happened there. It would appear my PS4 tried to sabotage my guide. Of course, it wouldn't be the first time it's tried sabotaging me. So anyway, we seem to be up and running again now, so we'll continue. So, we're in the boss fight, and this mysterious character has just joined us. We don't know who she is at this point. And all we can do with her at the moment is throw grenades. We'll have the option to steal with her in a moment. Now, for those of you that don't know, if you're going for the trophies, this mysterious character, you have to steal items with her 200 times. It is doable because I've done it myself. Hopefully we won't have any more interruptions now. So, back round to this mysterious character again. I think we'll try and steal again. It's a good idea to steal as much as possible from this particular fight because in a short while we will have another boss fight. And the grenades are particularly helpful for taking it out. From my Facebook, I have just realised that the guide is going to cut out for a moment because obviously it lags behind ever so slightly. I really do apologise for this, guys. There's not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. I've got shit internet as it is. And I think a combination of that and my console just generally being a dick has caused it to spike ever so slightly, so I really do apologise for that. So anyway, once that fight's dealt with, move on.
Phew, that was close. Hey, let me go!
So at the moment we can't actually understand the Albed language. Of course I should point out these guys are what's known in the game as Albed.
Kuno. So like I say, I'm sorry for the disruption earlier. Before I start my guide up again tomorrow, I will make sure to check all my equipment and make sure that there's no cock-ups again tomorrow.
Kid,
Hey, that hurts!
Sujek, right?
Whoa. Okay.
Heinous!
I said I don't understand.
you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
So once you have access to your character, over in this corner here will be your first Albed primer. Now obviously it's not actually appeared here for me, but that's because I used the Albed compiler earlier, so I've already got it. But yeah, the first one will appear roughly around about there.
What's this? Some kind of crane?
Over in this corner here will be your first Albed primer.
Rahui! Kadya Vijab!
All right. You don't have...
So I've already got it. But yeah, the first one will appear roughly around about there. I'm just going to use the save point.
kind of crane?
Rahui! Kadya Vijab!
All right. You don't have...
So once you've picked up your Albed primer and you've done your saving and everything, the next thing you want to do is talk to Riku, and she will begin giving you a rough guide of the sphere grid. Unfortunately there is no way to skip this guide for those of you that can't be asked with it. I'll just sort of flick through it slowly so you guys can see what's been said. Obviously when I do my first level up, I'll sort of give a rough explanation of the sphere grid and what each node is. Well, the different types of nodes, things like that. See, initially I intended to do my first guide on Final Fantasy VIII when I sort of hoped they'd bring it to PS4, but to date they still haven't. Which has irritated me a little bit. Because when they brought Final Fantasy VII out, I was really hoping they would, and really looking forward to the possibility of it. Of course, if they do bring Final Fantasy VIII across to the PS4, you can look forward to seeing my guide to that as well. Because it's something I've wanted to do for quite a long time. So obviously here you've got your four main different spheres: power, mana, or mania, speed and ability spheres. I won't explain what each sphere does. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, if I'm honest. Now there's also key lock spheres on the sphere grid, and I'll explain where to get some of these sphere whatchamacallits from, because obviously some of them can be a pain in the ass to get. Like the level 4s, for example, they're the hardest ones to get hold of. There are some in chests throughout the game, but there's only a select few, and if you're looking to get the trophy to complete the sphere grid, you are going to need to get your hands on more. And then obviously later on in the guide, when I come across the creature that you actually need, I'll point him out and tell you exactly what you need to do with him. Right, so once you've finished talking to Riku and you've done the guide, you can either talk to her again and go through it again if you haven't quite understood it.
We found some ancient room. It's not active now, but we're gonna go down, and then we should be able to... Okay, let's get
or
to
you can
work.
quit your conversation
Roger.
with Riku, and then you have to talk to her again and she'll initiate the next bit. So now we're going for a dive underwater. Never really understood how tight this, but then again it is Final Fantasy, so it does defy the laws of holding your breath underwater, I suppose. So anyway, when you get underwater you want to make your way down this chain towards the red lights at the bottom. Now once you get inside here, there will be a little mini boss fight after you've activated the console. So we've got a few like piranha fish here. They were pretty easy to take out. You can pretty much take them out with one hit. At this point you will start to collect sphere movement as well, which is what you need to progress on the sphere grid and unlock abilities and other such things. Examine the console, and that should open the door in front of us, and let's progress. So once you get to the end here and you activate this bit at the end, you'll come back on yourself and then you'll come across your next boss type. And that's where you'll need the grenades that I told you to collect earlier. However, you can still steal grenades from these things and the boss that's coming up as well, so it's not really too big of an issue. Got ourselves a tough one. There we go. Of course we now have our next mini boss fight, which is a, well, squid, octopus, whatever you want to call him. I can't actually remember his proper name off the top of my head. So now is a good time to start throwing those grenades in and doing some heavy damage. So while it's out of range, it's a good idea to sort of stand by and heal up a bit. Sort of keeps your HP up. Now the second time round, when he decides to go off around that side, you'll have the option to pincer attack it, which I strongly suggest that you do, because if you pincer attack him, it stops you from being hit with that Natius mine attack that you used a minute ago, which does do a fair bit of damage. Again, like I said, he's gone back around the other side, and we should now have the option to pincer attack. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, unless it's with Titus, 1 second. Right, there we go. Yeah, so when you get back round to Titus, you'll have the option to pincer attack. So this will neutralise his ability to rampage, if you will. We should have that much HP left now. Ooh. Never had that happen before, that's interesting. She got a bit sloppy, wasn't paying attention to her health. Should point out that I don't normally allow that to happen. Like I say, I've been at work all day, so I am a little bit knackered right now. Building, temple, whatever you want to call it. And we go into another cutscene. Now you might be wondering what it is that we're actually salvaging, because earlier, obviously, when you had your conversation with this mysterious character, she just said that you'd be salvaging the big prize. She never said what the big prize actually was. But you'll find out what the big prize is later on. So on your map you've actually got the red marker which tells you the direction of which you need to travel. I completely forgot about this earlier. I do apologise for that. So that generally makes it a bit easier. And so you'll be transported automatically back on board the ship while we'll go into another cutscene.
Verfutra Ership! Tradanupt van een nek. Hoef, roefdu, Tungadib. Wait, Wichita!
Hey! Hey, I helped out, didn't I?
Of course, really, that guy, the Albed guy, he just sort of half said what it was we salvaged.
Hungry.
can just sort of make it out. What we just salvaged is the Albed airship, which you'll get access to later on, and you'll be able to use that to sort of transport yourself around to different areas.
Right on.
But I'll explain more about that later on when we get to it.
Hey! It's because you eat too fast. Hey!
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku?
Okay, so we now know who our mysterious character is. Her name is Riku. And she actually joins our party as a main character later on.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
We?
Oh, we means you.
Who are you guys anyway?
We're Albed. Can't you tell? Wait, you're not an Albed hater, are you?
I don't even know what an Albed is.
Where are you from?
Xanarkand. I'm a blitzball player. Star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
Did you hit your head or something?
You guys hit me?
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
So I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkand. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
You were near Sin.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say your head gets funny when Sin is near. Maybe you just had some kind of dream?
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago. So no one plays blitzball there.
Huh? What do you mean, 1,000 years ago? But I saw Sin attack Xanarkand. You're saying that happened 1,000 years ago? No way!
You said... You play blitzball?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah.
Huh.
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh, and one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Oh, uh-huh. My Xanarkand? Some kind of holy place? Yeah, right, I thought. Since when? Yevon? Sin? Luca? I thought Sin just took me to a faraway place, that I could go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future? No way! Whoa, whoa!
So at this point we get the option to save our game again, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, so obviously as you've just seen in the cutscene, we got washed overboard by Sin.
Riku!
And we are now at an island called Besaid.
Hey, you
And this friendly looking chap on the beach here is Walker. Now he's the very first main character to properly join the team. Now before we make our way to him, first things first, we want to go to the right, because if you follow it round to the right you will find another chest. And in this chest you will find the moon crest. Now this links with the celestial weapons to unlock the celestial weapons powers, but we'll talk a bit more about that later. Once you've got that, then go off to your left and come to the end of the beach, literally right to the end I think it is. There should be another chest. Yep, there it is. And in this chest you've got 2 antidotes. You'd be surprised how helpful those antidotes can be later on. Because there will come a time where you'll get your summoner poisoned and unable to access your Azuna spell, which removes abnormal status.
Hiya.
You wanna
And believe me, it's an annoying situation to be in if you don't have those antidotes.
Finally.
So, again, you can see that Blitzball comes into it once more. And our friend Walker here happens to be the team captain of the Besaid Oryx.
You know amateur. Who you play for?
The Xanarkand Abes.
What team you say again?
Now, the Besaid Oryx, you'll be in control of later on. They will be your personal Blitz team.
I got too close to Sin,
and
my
these are
head's
all the
foggy like.
team members. So you've got Dato's, the one with the green headband. To the left of him is Jesu.
Since toxin got to
The
you,
chubby one to the
but
right
you're
of
still
Walker
alive. Praise be
is
to Yevon.
the keeper. And then the other two to the left of Walker
All right, back to practice.
is Botta and
I'm
Letty.
Walker, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What? You hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
So when you're ready to leave the beach, head over
I felt
to
like I could trust this
Walker,
Wonka, so I just had to ask.
and then he'll lead you to Besaid Village.
It's true Xanarkand was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now,
Or at least he'll
isn't
start leading you to Besaid
Long
Village.
time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came, and Xanarkand alone. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, sins are punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins.
I've got to say, even though I've played through this game a fair few times on the PS3 and 4 now,
you know?
I still can't
It
get
was
over
just
how
as Riku
good
said.
it looks in HD,
Wonka and Riku couldn't both be lying.
considering what
Why
it was
would
when it
they?
was on the PS2.
But you from the Xanarkand Daves, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Wonka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could... everything that happened... Maybe if I could find Sim. For now, I just live life until that time came. Sure, it was hard not to think of a little better. Maybe.
Hey, it's this way.
So like I said, now we follow Walker. We'll be going into another water bit in a second. When you get down there are 2 chests to collect. I'll try and show you where they both are. I'm going to have to try and remember where they are myself, because it's been a while. But the important thing here is to make sure that you pick them up while you go through here, because you will not get another chance. So the first chest is just over here to the right, which is a Phoenix down. Oh, pardon me. And the second chest is a bit further down. So again here you can get into fights with Piranha, but like I said before, they're pretty easy to take out. You might get the odd sort of like stubborn one every now and again that takes more than one hit, like that one for example. But they're still relatively easy to take out, so nothing really to worry about. So here's our second chest. I can't actually remember what's in it. Oh, there we go. Another 2 antidotes. So that's it for the chests in this area. So once you've got both those chests, just make your way to the end. I should just point out one last time, if you do not get these chests now, you will not get another chance. So be sure to pick them up on your way through.
Ah!
As you can see, Walker is a bit of a
Major Blitz
hooligan.
tournaments coming up. All the teams in
Likes to
Spira will
mess
be there.
around a bit.
It's so huge, I'm sure
Bit of a
someone there will
jokester as well, I
recognize you.
suppose.
Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on!
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkin. I wasn't too far.
So we're now back on land.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at
So the little
13,
village
10
that you
years
can
ago.
see down there is the Save
10
village.
years.
It's a very small little
Well,
village.
After So, but every time my
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was
So
on
as
my
you might
mind.
gather, the
Couldn't
Sadorks
focus.
aren't really doing too
Nice
well as a
excuse.
Blitzball team.
Hey, hey!
So Walker's asked Tidus.
So, you want to win
So
the
then
next
a
tournament?
bit of
Go
a
out
hand.
with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. As long as we play our best. If we give it our all, I can walk away.
No. If I say what's our goal, you say victory. When you play in a Blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
If I say what's our goal, you say victory. When you play in a Blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Ah, the one from the sea.
And what's this?
Be on
We've bumped
guard.
into two
There are
strangers
fiends on the
our
road
path.
today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Ah, so
Huh?
they're Luzu and Gata,
Crews of what?
Crusaders.
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry.
Now you'll learn
Don't
a bit more
worry
about the
it. I'll
Crusaders
help you
later
out.
on, so I won't spoil it for you.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in their village. Be safe,
And here we
village.
are at the
They
village.
got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders' Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Gata are usually there. All right.
Now, in that Crusaders Lodge that
Over here.
Walker spoke of,
Huh?
you'll find
What's up?
your second Albert Primer,
You do remember the prayer, right?
and you'll also find the save point in there. Now then, let's see. Walker's asking us about the prayer, which is the prayer of victory. You have two options. I don't remember, or I don't know any prayer. Doesn't really matter which one you go for. So I'm going to go
I
with
didn't
the
know
top
it in
one.
the first place, to tell the truth.
Man, that's like the basics of the basics. All right, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try.
Hmm.
Hey, not bad. Okay, now, go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Okay, so first of all, just to the left of us here, we've got our first item. Then if you come down a bit further and keep going around to the left here, there's 3 more chests that we can collect. Also, the tent on the left that we just passed is a shop, so if you want to stock up on potions, things like that, feel free to go in there and do so. Once you've done that, you'll want to progress up here to the temple.
It was then, standing in that place, I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
Years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Well, what's a High Summoner? I got too close to Sin's toxin. It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
So once you finish talking to that guy, you can go through this door on the right, but I don't think there's actually much in here. So yeah, there's one guy there. I think there's another, yes there is, there's another door this side as well, but again I don't think there's actually anything, yeah no there's nothing in there either. So there are 6 temples in total. Only 5 out of the 6 actually hold an Aeon, which we'll learn a bit more about later on. So anyway, once you've finished in there, leave the temple, and you'll want to come into... No, is it that tent or that tent? I think it's this tent down the end here. No, it's the next tent across. I do apologise. So it'll be this tent here we want. And you'll want to talk to Waka, and he'll tell you to take a nap.
Sorry, man. Take a nap.
Nap is not optional. You must take it in order to progress the game. So, when you're ready, take the nap and progress.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly...
excuse me. It would appear that I've developed a small case of the hiccups.
It's been near.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell.
Waka?
So once you wake up again and have control of your character again, you want to come out of this tent and make your way back into the temple again.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Now, what's the trial?
There's a room in there
You
called
might
the
be
Cloister
wondering.
of Trials. Beyond is where the
Well, in order
apprentice
to get
summoner
to the
prays.
inner part of the temple,
If the prayer
guardians
is heard,
and
the apprentice
summoners
becomes
must
a fully fledged
undergo
summoner.
what's called the Cloister of Trials.
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come
This
back
is
out.
a
Right,
test
I got it.
of strength
A day's already
and
gone
skill
by.
to determine whether or not the guardian and the
dangerous in there?
summoner are worthy.
Sometimes, yes.
Or at least that's the way I